Okay, and we are live. Good morning / good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for today's orientation live session. If you are wondering where you are, you have joined us to hear from the Indian Students Association, one of the largest student organizations here on the UT Dallas campus. But before we get into all of that, let us just go over some event logistics. Next slide, please. So just to tell you a little bit how this event will run, you can absolutely see us and hear us. However, we cannot see you nor hear you. You can ask us questions that you can post in the comment box. The comment box can be found in the top right hand side of your Microsoft Teams app. It looks like two chat boxes with a question mark right there. And you will be able to post your questions towards the end of the presentation. Closed captioning is also available. If you need to take advantage of that, please do so. Just look for the CC button that is on the bottom right of your screen, and closed captioning is available in several languages as far as I understand. Next slide, please. Okay, so without further ado, I am going to hand it over to the representatives that are here from Indian Students Association. They have so many resources, y'all. I am so impressed with them. As a staff member, their student organization almost runs like a professional, staff organization. So they really do a good job, and they have so many resources to help you with your transition. So without further ado, I'm going to ask for Ms. Kavya to join us and tell us about her organization. Next slide, please.
Thank you so much, Samara. Hi, everyone. A very good evening. I'm Kavya. I'm the anchoring officer of UTD-ISA. We also have Shreyash, the president of ISA, and also my co-anchoring officer, Sanjana. We also have Harshit and also Mohammed from the core ISA team. We welcome you all, each of you, to the University of Texas at Dallas. Congratulations, you've made it to UTD, and we really hope that things get well soon and then you all come here. Let's meet in person, and the best is yet to come. Next slide, please. So here's a quick brief about what ISA is and what events we do. So this is ISA is a non-profit organization, and we have around 2,500 plus students enrolling at our university every year. And ISA is the largest Indian student community, and it has 6,000 plus alumni members in Texas itself. And we manage fall and spring pickups for around 1,200 plus Indian students every year, and hopefully we can meet in spring too. And we also provide temporary accommodation and also basic supplies to around 1,000 plus incoming students. By basic supplies, we also mean that we've been distributing groceries because of the pandemic situation to a lot of Indian students this year. And also we award 3 different scholarships, and also we organize 15 plus events, and obviously we'll be celebrating all the Indian festivals throughout the year. And we also conduct more than 3 webinars for prospective students. We've done one orientation already, and this is our second orientation. And we also assist more than 800 students in their transition to the US by personalized mentoring through the Buddy program. The Buddy program is one of the best programs we have at UTD. You can have a beautiful guide, a mentor who can guide you throughout your studies or career at UTD. Next slide, please. And here's our faculty advisor, Gaurav Shekhar. He's a senior lecturer, information systems, and also the director of MS Business Analytics. You can contact him at gaurav.shekhar@utdallas.edu. Next slide, please. And we'll be introducing our ISA 2020 and 2021 team. Next slide, please. So this is our core committee. We have Shreyash, the president of ISA. We have Arsha, the vice president. We have Vishweshwar, the general secretary. Harshit, the treasurer. And Mohammad Shairwala, the public relations officer. They are the core team. They're all fall 19 students. And they're very, very capable and eminent leaders. So if you have any questions, any queries, or any issues at UTD, you can feel free to contact them. Next slide, please. And coming to the SOC officers, we have Harish and Mansi. And for the events and logistics, we have Pratik, Lalit, Sakrat. Next slide, please. Priyanka and Mehul. So they've been very active in organizing the events or be it participating in any given program from ISA. They've been very active and they've done a very great job. And our finance officer is Chinmay Verma and our webmaster is Sumit Sen. We have our social media officer Sarada, and next slide please. And also Sarakshi. They manage the social media, the content, the marketing, everything related to ISA. And we have the creative head Sri Raj. And as the events officers of anchoring, we have Sanjana and me, Kavya. And for sports, we have Sahil. Next slide, please. And Gautam. They're very good at sports. If you have any queries or if you want any training, you can feel free to contact them. And as the designing officer, we have Rajshekhar. He does amazing designs, be it the logo designing or posters. He's the go-to person. And we have Shrikant Nardasu, the media and photography head. And for events, music officers, we have Harish and Sukanya. You just have to listen to them singing. They're just amazing. They have a very thorough music knowledge too. And for dance, we have Sri Vidya. Please do check out our UTD dance page as well on Instagram. It's amazing. And this is our motto, which we strongly believe in. It's service before self. And we really hope we stay true to the motto. Next slide, please. Coming to the tuition fee, the payment plans, and the modes of payment, we have two different tuition plans. One is guaranteed and one is variable tuition plan. So in guaranteed tuition plan, basically your tuition fee is fixed for 12 consecutive semesters. And the rates basically are higher in variable than the first year. But then when you take the variable tuition plan, the rates are lower than the guaranteed type of tuition plan in the first year, but these are subject to annual rate changes. Now, when you come to payment plans, you have a direct payment plan where you just pay the fees directly for the whole semester. You can also set up your fee. You can pay your fee as installments where there is a $25 setup fee and there is a $50 setup fee for ECS MSc program. You can also take short-term loans from UTD, but then you'll be getting a 1.25 origination fee, but then there is no down payment that's required. You can still take the installments and the short-term loans. And the modes of payment are easy pay, direct deposit when you just directly want to pay your fees. And Flywire basically is probably the safest and the most popular method of paying your fee. So we all do that. You can also use the code UTDISA 2020 and pay your fees through Flywire. So basically, if you want to pay your fees from an Indian bank directly to the university, you can go through this mode of payment. And also you can pay through a cashier's check submitted at the bursar office. So basically the bursar office is the financial office which all deals with the money matters. So you can contact bursar office in case you have any doubts. Next slide, please. And coming to the on-campus jobs. We all know what on-campus jobs are. We really want that extra financial assistance or boost. So basically, the best way to get on-campus jobs is through networking or they'll be posting some advertisements. So there is Handshake, that is a website. You can contact, you can see any job searches or anything on campus jobs on Handshake. So they'll be posting their requirements, and if there is a profile match, you can likely get one on campus job. So obviously you can apply through Handshake, and there is also resume approval from UTD through a limited number of documents. Now, obviously the benefits of having on-campus jobs are you'll be getting an SSN, you can build your resume, you can that's a boost to your resume if you have an on-campus job. Obviously, you can meet a lot of people, you can socialize, and what's more, you get paid. But don't ever think of off-campus jobs. They're illegal, they're not at all safe. We don't recommend you to take an off-campus job whatsoever. Next slide, please. And coming to the day-to-day resources, so these are some of the banks, popular banks where we take an account. One is BB&T, one is BofA, Chase, and Wells Fargo. And coming to our SIM cards, mobile SIM cards, we have Cricket, T-Mobile, and Sprint. These are the three popular networks. And coming to the electricity to set up inside your homes, we have Infinite Energy, Green Mountain, and Relent. And for Wi-Fi, Spectrum is widely used. And to get your groceries, we have very popular Target, Tom Thumb, Walmart. Patil Brothers and India Bazaar are two Indian stores where you can get all the Indian vegetables, groceries, anything. You also get nice samosas. There is also Sprouts and Brahms. They're very good, where you can get nice fresh vegetables too. And coming to the furniture, I think this is the best part any incoming student will like. There's a big howdy giveaway. So whenever you come, like for the new students, we have this big howdy party where they give free furniture to students. They donate it for free, guys. Come on, you get top quality furniture. You get to socialize people. So generally, it happens on the 24th of August. And apart from this, if you really want to buy furniture, you can get it from Target, Walmart, IKEA, or Amazon. And you can also join the free furniture groups on Facebook, or you can also get some good deals on furniture. So this is the link. You can just go to the link and join the group. And coming to the restaurants, we have a lot of amazing restaurants. So in Texas, there's no need to worry about Indian food. So you have Masala Walk, Swadeshi, Dawat, Chennai Cafe, Curry Bliss, and many more. You can explore it on your own. And coming to the food delivery apps, we have Uber Eats, DoorDash, Postmates, and Grubhub. These are the most popular food delivery options. Next slide, please. Now I hand over to Sanjana. Thanks a lot.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Good evening, and I'm Sanjana. I'm the anchoring officer, and it's been a great journey. I came as a Spring 2020 student myself, and every minute that I landed, the minute from which I came here, it was ISA. Back from India, it was ISA. It was completely ISA which led me through. I almost found my family here even before I came over. And so, yeah, so we are done with all the parts where ISA is formally interacting with the Indian students. Now we're going to get into the fun part. So the purpose of ISA is to provide an opportunity for all the students of Indian origin to interact and share the joy of the culture and heritage of India. So it's almost like you found your home even over here, and you'll miss your family a little less being part of Indian Student Association and to educate other students. And this is a great platform for us to network and bring awareness amongst each other. So starting over, we have 9 festival celebrations. Then we have the Fall Bash 2020. We have the Udan Sports Fest. And of course, what everyone waits for is the Sangam flagship event. Next slide, please. So coming to the events, we have the Fall Bash 2020, where we get to know our batchmates more, and that is almost can be called as the freshers party for the Fall Bash. So for coming to this month, the first event that we're all gonna interact now, unfortunately virtually, is the Independence Day for 15th August. We made the most to reach out to you guys and feel like we're going to celebrate and hoist the flag together, though we cannot actually hoist the flag. So we're all gonna be wearing traditional attires, connect virtually. So to keep you guys feeling the moment that we are still connected, we all recorded videos, and there are so many interesting things coming up which are going to be live on this 15th of August. So I hope all of you guys join. We've made a lot of effort to make it feel less like it's virtual, and that's going to be our first event. And then we have Ganesh Chaturthi on 22nd of August. So on this as well, we have planned for the Ganesh Puja, and we are getting our idol donations from our past ISA alumni, and also the puja and everything is going to be exactly how it is done in India, and we're going to go live on that as well. Then we have Fall Bash coming up on 26th of September. We have Navratri in the October, which is a very famous festival, as we all know, back in India as well, which is on the 22nd of October. We have Diwali, 14th of November, and the Udan, of course. This is the month-long event. It is a sports fest, and we're all very upset that we can't do outdoor games like basketball, football, badminton. We have swimming, table tennis, and all the outdoor games we are unfortunately not able to do because of the pandemic. Though we have online games which are going to be conducted virtually, where everyone all around all the time zones will we are making our most of it to connect everyone in a similar timing so that we can have online competitions, and we can still continue with the fest. And yeah, next slide please. We have our Republic Day on the 26th of January. We have Sangam, which is the biggest cultural fest, on the 27th of February. We have Holi on the 29th of March, and Holi is the safest here. We use organic colors. We celebrate it in UTD ground. We have ISA and ICA, the Indian Cultural Association, which is the undergrad ISA, if you can say it. And yeah, unfortunately, we have cancelled this event for this year. And we have I-Week, which is from 1st to 5th. And then even though this is a week-long event and it was cancelled, unfortunately, it is basically to represent your country. We have events like Passport to the World, where we represent a monument from each part of the world. And then we have the Global Talent Show, where dance, music, and all other cultural events are performed, and which is significant to your place of state. Wherever you're from India, you can represent your culture. And we have International Teaching Kitchen, of course, and where we make cuisines from the parts of the world we belong to, so that everyone can have a taste over all the cuisines which all of us eat all over India. So India has been the winner for the last 3 years, and this year I-Week was virtual, and of course all the events were scraped off, so nobody won this time. Next slide please. So this is a glimpse of the Independence Day, and it is, as you all know, the first event for fall. So we have music, dance, poetry, we have a complete patriotic atmosphere, and we have yummy food, of course. We have a very good vibe, and yeah, of course, it was a really fun event, though it's going to be more fun virtually because we're all trying it for the first time virtually. Let's see how good we can connect over. And I know it's always the same when we all stand up and sing the national anthem, either it's virtual or in person, it's always going to be the same. Next slide please. So this is Ganesh Chaturthi, and it's the biggest festival in Maharashtra, as we all know, and we're gonna celebrate in a proper Marathi style. We have eco-friendly Ganesha in a small pandal. We're gonna do that virtually, of course. We're gonna do the Aarti, Dol Tasha, dance, and we're gonna do the puja every day. These are glimpses from the last year's Ganesh Chaturthi. Day and night, volunteers are always there for Aarti and Diya. And there's Prashad, there is Visarjan, and many ex-UTD students come over. So it is one of the biggest festivals that we celebrate, and it's almost like a reunion for the UTD alumni as well. Next slide, please. So this is the freshers party, as I said, and it's known as the fall bash, and where you find friendships, connections. There's music, drama. So this is like the opening of your life into UTD, where you meet people, and of course, a cultural event is the best platform where you can showcase your talents, and it's dance, fashion show, and of course, the best part is after party. Next slide, please. This is the Navratri. So the picture says it's all. It's so happening. All of us are dressed up in proper cultural attires, and we have the Lakshmi Puja. We have a DJ night where we all play dandiya as well. And yeah, there's food, and of course, it's a complete different vibe. And yeah, it's a very traditional festival as well. Next slide, please. Diwali. I really envy that I couldn't be a part of last year's Diwali. It's so beautiful. We have our president who is giving the aarti, and it's Lakshmi Puja. There's DJ, there's food, and it's very beautiful, as you all can see. We are trying our maximum to make it happen this year. Hopefully, by the time if everything becomes normal, then we can have Diwali night, like all of us together. And yeah, I'm looking forward for that as well. Next slide, please. This is a Republic Day. Me being a Spring 2020 student, this was the first event what I experienced of ISA, and that was the place where I got onto the stage and did my first anchoring ever, and it was a great experience. So the minute I entered UTD, there was such a warm welcome, and all the togetherness and the family feeling what ISA gave me made me an officer today. Thank you so much for all of that. And there was poetry, dance, music, and of course the national anthem always gives us goosebumps. And there was a lot of food as well. So Republic Day was my first event in person where I was fortunate enough to meet the entire ISA. So yeah, next slide, please. So this is the most awaited event for all of us. This is the biggest Sangam, as we all know. It's music, drama, dance again, and fashion show. It's like double the fun of freshers party, double the fun of fall bash, and it's gonna be so huge that we have celebrities coming over. We had Bohemia this year. We had Ash King last year. We have celebrities coming over international who fly for us just for the few hours of our event, and it's totally worth it. And I really hope we make it in person this time, because it's gonna be impeccable fun if we all get to meet and celebrate this together. So this is like the biggest cultural fest of the year in UT Dallas. Next slide, please. So I'm proud to introduce the ISA dance crew. They have turned 2 years old, and we conduct workshops every semester for new students, and we select passionate dancers with auditions. We are planning to participate in competitions outside UTD as well, representing ISA, and we are surely planning to expand further. So these are few glimpses of the dance crew performances in Sangam. Next slide, please. So this is our ISA music crew. I'm extremely proud to introduce all the singers and all the people who are extremely talented, and they can play around with their instruments so well that it's a completely different vibe. And every time we all sit and jam together, it's just rejuvenating and it's refreshing. And yeah, we are gonna come along, the dance crew and the music crew. virtual. You all guys can see our performances on this 15th of August for the first time, and I'm sure that all our efforts and everything is gonna be entertaining and heart-filling for you guys as well. Next slide, please. So coming to the general etiquette, be nice, courteous, and smile to people you meet. These few things are what we need to learn now, if not later. Thank every person you meet, either it be the bus drivers, Uber drivers, people you meet at the restaurant, and everyone here are just happy all the time. They all have such good smiles all over their faces that every morning is just a fresh vibe all of us get because everyone is so welcoming here. It's a courtesy to hold doors for people who are following you. And traffic rules, which are very, very important because everyone here, whoever drives, are very sure upon their driving rules. So they expect us to know everything as well. And they are a little different from what it is back in India. So we have to follow the lanes. We have to stop before the zebra crossing and not opening the doors on the way. So these are few things I think you will know when you come over, but yeah, it's always better to know before as well. And crossing roads, we need to push the button to indicate you want to cross. There's a button near the zebra crossing. So those are all indications to the people on the road and to the people who want to communicate. So it's very comfortable here. So it's always better to use the resources here to stay safe and so that everyone knows that we are being in the same discipline and we follow our rules as well. So wait for the walk signal and then only cross the road. If someone is providing you services, give tips. Unlike in India, tips here are not like an insult. People are very grateful about it, so it's like we're appreciating their work, and yeah, they're always welcoming to get for it. And seek permission before touching pets and babies. Of course, that is very, very important here. And plagiarism, of course, it's a no, never. Next slide, please. You should board the bus from front door only and wait for others to deboard the bus first. So as it is the pandemic thing right now, I myself have traveled through the bus transportation provided by our UTD. The buses are sanitized every now and then, and we got to sit in social distancing and one seat away, and everything is completely proper even in the bus transportation so that students can still go out and travel safe. Of course, we are not allowed if we are not putting on the masks as well. So I suggest you all to carry a sanitizer and put on your mask and get into the bus, and only if it's an emergency, don't get out if it's not priority. So yeah, avoid controversial topics that may include politics, religion, sexual orientation, racism, etc. Asking how many marks you scored on a test, that is offensive. Everyone works on their own self-development here, and we all came here to make over a good career, so let's keep it to ourselves. Don't ask how much money anyone makes or how much one has paid for high-end items like house, car, etc. So even the finances are considered personal here. In general, you can call anyone by their first name. If you don't know, it is always better to address them by sir or madam. Spitting is not accepted in public places. If you can't avoid in cold, use tissues. Now it is completely essential that we all keep safe so that the people around us are also not panicked over that we are affected by corona. So it's always better to carry few paper napkins as well. Burp is not a compliment for chef over here, so excuse. Also use deodorant because always you never know whom you're gonna meet up. You never know if your day is gonna be the first impression, the last impression kind of thing. So people can turn up saying that you're stinking on your face. So the more frank they are, it's always better for us to like keep in our neat and good etiquette. Next slide, please. So yeah, this is the ISA form. This is the QR we have created, and there's also a Google form link. Please fill in this form if you want to join ISA, and there are a few details you'll have to share with us, and from then we're gonna keep you updated with all the any kind of doubts you have, all the latest updates about the UTD, the visa, or any other thing. You guys can contact us. any minute, any time. We're always there. The WhatsApp groups all over. So if you guys are not part of any of these groups, we can always add you if you just fill in this form. So we just need your details so that we can get in contact with you. So may it be related to anything, we're always here. So never hesitate. And yeah, we are looking forward to help you. So we hope so that even though it's not necessary for us to meet in person, we can always join in if you be the members of ISA, and we can celebrate all our events together virtually. And we are really, really looking forward for you guys to come over and we all can meet in person. Next slide, please. Last but not the least, this is our website link, and we have all our social media platform links over here as well. And we have Facebook groups pages where most of our UTD students find accommodations even before they come over. And we have Instagram, we have Snapchat, and Instagram Live is what we are concentrating right now. It is the easiest platform for us to conduct events in at least in the month of August. So probably later we'll get into another platform, but Instagram Live is like a go-to platform for all of us. So please, if you want to go on live along with us and experience all the events virtually, do follow us on Instagram and Facebook as well, so that you can get updated with all the links, and we can all celebrate together. And I'm really looking forward to meeting all of you. I hope this pandemic ends hopefully in the next few months, and you all come over and we can celebrate majority of the festivals in person. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much to Kavya and to Sanjana. Y'all did such a great job of explaining everything about Indian Students Association. I would like to go ahead and announce that the chat feature is now open. So please, whatever questions you have for Indian Students Association, please go ahead and post them there. I would also like to recognize some other ISA representatives who are kind of behind the scene on this live session. We have, of course, the president. I'm not sure if I should address you as president, but I will. President Shreyash is here with us. We also have Mohammed here, and we also have Harshit here with us as well. So they are going to be answering your questions. So I'm going to wait for some more questions to get in the comment section before I read them out, and I will ask for the ISA members to go ahead and reply to them. But I honestly learned quite a bit. I'm a professional staff member in the Intercultural Programs Office. I don't think I introduced myself earlier, but my name is Tamara West, and I work in the Intercultural Programs Office, and we work a lot with ISA. And honestly, like, I learned so much more about Indian culture just by being a part of this event. So I'm very grateful to be here. And I just want to say that I know Indian students have high expectations, right? And that is great, but just know that, trust me, as someone that works with a lot of different cultural organizations, ISA is definitely up there. They are doing their best. I know some students might feel away and say, oh, this is going to be canceled, or this is not going to be held, or whatever. The truth is, y'all, it doesn't matter if you are a student or you are a professional staff member. Everyone is trying to figure out how to put things in a virtual format. So trust me when I tell you this, they are doing their best, and they're doing an absolutely great job. Okay, so just be patient with all of us, you know, students and staff, and just know that, you know, we are doing our best to bring you the quality of service that you are expecting from us. Okay, I just wanted to share that. And I also wanted to share a little fun fact. So I think it was Sanjana that had mentioned about I think it was Sangam, and y'all had Ash King. I actually got into Bollywood really from that, and I'm being so serious. There is an Indian movie theater called Fun Movie Grill. I don't know if any of y'all know it. Kavya and Sanjana, do y'all know Fun Movie Grill? Yeah, and so like that was my place ago. Like I forgot AMC, I forgot Cinemark. I was in Fun Movie Grill, and I watched so many movies. And I started learning how to sing because I like to sing in different languages. So I learned how to sing Channa Maria because Ash King, I heard him cover that song. So anyway, I just want to say that not only are the students excited about what ISA is presenting, but also staff members are excited as well. Okay, so enough about me. Let us get into the questions so your ISA representatives can answer them for you. Okay, so the first question says, can students starting virtually find a virtual on-campus job without F1 visa, or is having visa status mandatory? I think I know the answer to that question, but ISA, would you like to take it, or would you like for me to take it?
You can go ahead and answer it on our behalf. That's fine. Yeah.
Sure. Do you want, you can go ahead, Shreya.
Okay. So, hello everyone. I'm Shreyash. As Tamara introduced me to you all. So, the question which we have here is, can students starting virtually find a virtual on campus? It's actually kind of difficult because you need to have a visa. There's a lot of process that goes behind it. You need to have an I-9 form, and then you need to have your SSN generated. And so that is kind of difficult to get from back in India. So you need to come here and actually have a visa in hand to do all that, to get a virtual job.
Yes, that is correct. And that is exactly the answer that I would have given. If you are working for a United States company, then you have to have some kind of visa process to go through that. If for any further questions about job requirements, of course, ISA, reach out to them. They have the experience. We also have an office called International Student Services Office, and they can assist you further with that. Okay, the next question says, is fall 2020 going to be online or on campus? I am just applying for F1. Shall I proceed? And they said, I am joining EMSE. I'm not sure what program that is, but I'm joining a program 2020 fall. It's a little confusing because they said they are just applying for their F1, but they're going to start a program in 2020 fall.
So from what I can understand from his question is like he's planning to apply for EMSC, and he would just try to apply for an F1 visa. He has gotten an admit maybe in that program, and so the update here is like there is like no international student coming in because of no issues of visa, and for us who are there presently in the US, we have the option to select our courses. Majority of them are remote virtual learning, but there are some professors who are taking classes on campus. So it is based on like hybrid mode where you have to come on some or the other day, not every lecture, and it also be in 25% capacity of the class. So the social distancing norms are maintained, and also everything is taken care of. So nobody has to worry about anything.
Right. Great answer. Okay, next question. Is there any update about the spring semester as to whether or not it will be in person?
I guess at the moment there wouldn't be anything to say because the pandemic is still going on, and nobody has an answer to this. So university will still assess the situation as and when whatever, like if is the vaccine has been approved or published, like that is the prime thing. If that happens, then everything will be back to normal. But till then, nobody can answer anything about the upcoming semester, what it's going to hold. So as soon as it comes closer, we might have a solution or an announcement for that. But at the moment, I guess we'll just stick to how fall gonna be, and then we might have another orientation before spring. That time we can have questions in what will happen in spring or not.
And if I could actually add to that, so we had a staff meeting yesterday, all the student affairs division, and of course this question was brought up, and it was the same thing. Like, we don't even know what spring is going to be. So I know that as a student, you definitely want to plan for the academic year, right? At least for one academic year, if not really, for your entire time. So just please understand, as I said earlier in the presentation, we are presenting to you the best that we know. If we knew more, we would absolutely let you know, because it's a big transition to uproot your life and move to a different country. But we have to keep watching, what is happening in the nation and what is happening in the state, and so many different factors. But as soon as we know, I'm sure ISA will let y'all know. Okay, I have another question. It says, does ISA have any group in WhatsApp or another messaging platform?
Of course. There's ISA, as we mentioned, all the platforms of social media on the slide as well. We have Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and the most communicable platforms are Facebook and WhatsApp. And if you fill in the form, we'll always be able to send you the links and all the group invites for WhatsApp as well. So it's not an issue. You can always stay in touch with us, and yeah, you can please fill in the form, and we can keep link via mail as well if you guys are willing to be a part of ISA.
Cool. Okay, next question. What are the chances of getting a TA or RA position? Which I'm not sure if y'all will know that for sure, but if anyone has an answer.
The chances of getting a TARA depends upon your performance. So in the first semester, it's very difficult to get a TARA, but in the second semester, if you perform very well and you have good contacts with the professor, and if you, for example, if you are an engineering student, you can get involved in the professor's labs and all. So the professor will fund for the projects, and if you're contributing to his research projects, you will become an RA for sure. But that completely depends upon how well you are performing in your academics. So keep your academics strong, and then definitely you can go for TA and RA in the upcoming semesters, but definitely not in the first semester.
Okay, thank you, Harshit. Okay, next question that I'm going to call on is submitted by SJ, and SJ wants to know, they said one of the slides said ISA offers scholarships. Could you elaborate more on that?
For ISA, there's just one scholarship, but the Indian community has in total of 3 scholarships. So for that, you have to, the main criteria is, getting to, you have to write an essay for that, and the criteria is there are certain criteria that you have to be a UTD student for 1 year at least before applying for that, and plus you have to maintain a certain standard of GPA in order to clear the criteria, and the scholarships are awarded based on funding. So do reach out to us if you have any questions about scholarships. And the scholarships are basically the Indian Student Association scholarship, one is the Indian Alumni Scholarship, and one is the Mahatma Gandhi Memorial Scholarship. So these are the scholarships which are pertaining to the Indian students. So do get in touch with us if you have any questions about that.
Okay, perfect. That is a great answer. Thank you very much. I actually have a little insight on the whole scholarships thing. I might have been part of a scholarship committee, and I can tell you that the Indian Students Association, they work really hard to secure a lot of resources for Indian students. When I say that I'm very impressed, I am not just saying it because I work here, but I genuinely am. They make sure to reach out to community members. They make sure to, get donors, and they really put in a lot of work. So just take advantage of what they have. And once again, I'm impressed with ISA. So, okay, so someone posted a question and I replied, and I'm going to make public my response. But basically, they said they were trying to join the Facebook group for UT Dallas, and they had said that their UTD email address wasn't working. So for questions about that, please contact the OIT office. They are our Office of Information and Technology, and they will be able to troubleshoot you with anything like that. Okay, so moving on to another question, something that is different. It says, is there any program where we can get opportunity to connect with UTD alumni as our mentor or buddy?
So actually, we have a buddy program in place where we try to match the current the incoming student with a current or an alumni student. So first we have the current students, because to know about the university and about the current trends of the university, the current student is far more suited to assist you. So we have that program in place, but to engage in the alumni, we have some events where we where all the alumni come in, where you can interact with them. But however, now this semester is going to be virtual. It's going to be difficult for you guys and us also to be part of the community, but we are trying our best, and we are thinking of we're thinking on a event on the lines of having a mixer between the alumni students and the current students, also with the incoming students. So we'll have a three-way mixer where get to know about the current situation about the university, and also how our alumni have grown up in the industry, and also along with that, the incoming students will get a feel of how the campus is and how the industry life is. So we might have that event coming up soon in this upcoming semester. Since we don't have to won't have to do anything on campus, we might think on doing something like this.
Okay, great. Thank you, Shreyash.
Yeah.
Okay, and there is one more question that is left, so we do still have some more time. So if you have any questions whatsoever, please take the opportunity to ask ISA members. I mean, if you are on this video right now, might as well ask, right? Why wait until a later time? I have a question, but I think it might be the same question that was asked earlier by the same person, or this is either a different person. But the question says, is fall 2020 going to be online or in campus? I'm just applying for F1. Yeah, I think it's the same question that you already answered. So, well, so once again, please go ahead and post your questions that you have. I would actually like to mention some things. I remember y'all spoke to the listener so well about, paying for student loans, and y'all really went into detail and broke everything down for everyone. And I just would like to offer an opportunity. If you would like to learn more information about student loans, my office, which is Intercultural Programs, will actually be hosting an event. There's an office called Comet Sense here at UT Dallas, and they talk about, financial matters, money matters, etc. So we have an event next week on the 18th, and we're actually going to be talking about student loans, and this will include information for international students. So if you want to be a part of that, this event will be on Instagram. So you can find my office, which is Intercultural Programs, at UTD-ICP on Instagram, and you can check out that event to learn more about student loans. We also will be talking with the ISSO office, which is the International Student Services Office, and they'll be telling us about all the services they have and whatever immigration updates that are there, because as some of you might already know, it seems like almost every 2 or 3 days there's something new with immigration. So tune in for that. Both events will be next week, and just go on our Instagram. It's UTD-ICP. Okay, so I was kind of stalling. It seems like we do have some more questions that came in. Someone asked a question. It says, just for fun. So thank you for asking just for fun, question anonymous. How good is Dallas food?
So
Dallas food is amazing, guys. As we all know, we have a lot of Indian population here. It's just the tastiest food I've ever eaten. And if you're a vegetarian, you have Sarvana Bhavan, proper South Indian cuisine. You'll really love it. The quality is also amazing. There are a lot of restaurants like Swadeshi. There are a lot of Indian restaurants which you'll really like. And even the tastes are very similar to what you get in India. So it's just amazing.
Thank you so much, Kavya. And I think you were the one that was talking about food in the presentation. Something stuck out, actually wrote it down because you said, you don't have to worry about Indian food coming to Texas. And I know for a lot of people, that's very shocking because when they think America or when they think Texas, they don't think Indian food at all. But it is real, especially in this community that we live in. When students graduate UT Dallas and they go out into the community and they get jobs and they establish businesses, well, of course, restaurants is one of those. So yeah, there's definitely Indian food here. And yeah. Okay, so we do have another question. This seems to be about like tuition and fees payment. It says, is taking installment plan for fee payment of any benefit? So they're talking about like getting on an installment plan.
It depends on the person to person. The installment plan is basically your fees splits up into four installments. So the total tuition will be split into four segments, and you have to pay your fees quarterly. The thing is, yeah, as I said, it's just a setup fee. I think it's $25 for setting up an installment plan. And one thing with installment plan is that for as of now, the only source of paying for the installment plans is Flywire. Is Easy Pay. Flywire is not the source of medium for paying for installment plans, so just keep that in mind.
Oh, okay. Okay, good to know. Okay, next question. This is about different types of, I guess, clubs. Maybe it says, could you please tell about the student clubs like analytics, project management clubs? If we're taking fall semester online, please let us know how to join virtually.
I'm from JSOM, the General School of Management, and I guess this question is pertaining to our school, where we have clubs like analytics and project management. So there are like also different clubs apart from that, and to join these clubs, you need to reach out to you go to the Instagram handles and maybe contact them from there to ask about how they are planning to join join the members from India, make them join. And I guess most of them are giving free membership at the moment for fall, but some of the clubs are required to have a joining fee, because that is a basic rule where you need to have a lifetime membership by paying some $10 to $12 of money to the clubs, where you get into take part in all the virtual events that happen around the year. And you have to you get guest speakers from the industry, and also get to participate in hackathons or hack overflows, where you get to showcase analytics project hands-on. So it's actually a good thing to be part of such clubs, to also build your personal growth, and also to have a good look about how the industry is from the guest point of view who comes in. So yeah, so you need to reach out to them. They have their I guess websites, and as well as their Instagram and Facebook handles. So I guess Instagram is the thing which is most active in all the clubs, from what I can see. So you do reach out to that, and yeah, that's it.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Shreyash. Okay, next question. It says, how do I get in touch with classmates virtually, as we don't know each other and everything? So basically, how can we get in touch with classmates virtually?
So I guess you have nothing to worry here, because we have like 4 different WhatsApp groups from ISA, and if you're part of that, you can just put in inside that group that, hey, I'm joining this fall, and I'm in this class. You do know anyone who is in that class? And people start making WhatsApp groups for different classes. So you can be part of those classes groups, and after that you can post your queries related to that class. Okay, and also if that doesn't work for you, the e-learning platform actually, when you go to join in virtually, you'll have the list of all the students who are inside that class. So you can reach out individually to them, and there are some classes where you have to be inside projects. So you have to form a group, and to form that group, maybe the professor forms a group for you on your behalf, and that's when you get to know your batchmates really well. So you have nothing to worry in that aspect.
Yes, very great. And that's a very good example, like reaching out to ISA, finding out what they already do. Of course, when your classes start, your professors and instructors will give you more information as to what platforms they're using. So are they using Blackboard? Are they using WebEx? And you'll learn about WhatsApp, and there's, I think, one called GroupMe. So you will get more information, and you'll absolutely be able to connect with your classmates. Okay, next question, which I'm not sure if y'all know the answer to, but it says, can we use the lab virtually? I would say, I'm not sure what program, thank you for this question. I'm not sure what program you might be in, but for this particular question, you might want to reach out to your program advisor, because we have, different schools here at UT Dallas, whether you're in JSOM or, engineering, computer science, etc. So what particular features, and their kind of operating practices for the fall semester, it would be better to ask them. So I'm not sure if anyone has an experience with this, but I would say it is best to reach out to your program advisor unless someone has an answer. Okay, the next question, it says, what's the total tuition fee at UTD for 2 years?
So I guess like it's close to $50,000 for the Jindal School of Management, because I don't know for the schools, but it comes approximately to that. So it varies. Oh, you're talking about tuition fee. I spoke about the overall fee you get it. So tuition fees, I guess $30,000 for 2 years for your 12 credit hours. Sorry, for your 36 credit hours, and it might vary if you take an additional subject, or you get a scholarship. So there are some things which you have to look forward to. But I guess Harshit is here. He's from the ECS school, and the question is for MS in CS. So Harshit, can you do you have any idea about what is the total tuition fee for 2 years for particularly for MS and CS?
Uh, I'm assuming if you don't have a scholarship, then it pans out to be for 1 year, it'll pan out to be like around 32,000 for sure for ECS, $32,000. So it's approximately around that range only, but it depends on the number of courses you take. This is just for the 9th semester credit hours for ECS I'm speaking about. So for 1 year, it will be like 32, and the for if you're going for 2 years, it will be around easily around 55,000 to 60,000 for sure.
Tamara, you're on mute.
Thank you for that. Once again, I'm sure ISA members can attest to this. Whenever you think about paying for your schooling, there is tuition and fees. So you always have to remember those two things. You pay for tuition, but there's usually some kind of fees associated with, depending on what kind of program you're in or what type of services you need to access on campus. So, okay, next question says, is it really a good idea to opt for virtual classes?
Probably I guess I'll take that one. Yeah. So definitely, because I'm impressed with how UTD is coping up with the whole pandemic situation, and coming to if you could take the classes virtually or not, if it's a good idea, I would definitely say yes, because there are recordings. So basically, when you have physical classes, what you do is you just go at a come. But when it is a virtual class, depending on the professor, you also have recorded lectures, pre-recorded lectures. Some of them take a live class as well. All of these are available on a platform called Blackboard Collaborate. That is on the UTD website. You can access that through that. And so the best part is you have all these lectures recorded. You can go through them at any time. You can go through them as many times as you want. So I think that's a huge plus.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Kavya. Okay, we are actually coming up towards the end of time. We're actually out of time for this. I do see some questions in here. There's a question about what exactly is the student insurance and the tuition fees. For questions about the student health insurance, please, you can contact the Student Health Center. They are the UTD office that is responsible for the student health insurance. ISA also shared their contact information. You can email them, utd.isa@gmail.com. And for any other questions about program questions, your program advisors, they really are the best source. They're the best resource to give you that specific information. So as I said, your questions don't have to go unanswered. ISA will be here when this session ends. So just reach out to them and they'll be happy to assist you, because that's why they did the session in the first place, was to help y'all out with information. So thank you so much to everyone. Once again, all the ISA members who have been here with us, President Shreyash, Kavya, Harshit, Sanjaya, Mohammed. Also thank to my wonderful student worker, Floa Mwangi, who was helping us behind the scenes. For now, everyone, please continue to stay safe, take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye.